just even scoring and all the different guys that have kind of scored over 20 points this year. Is this the balance that you've expected since the beginning of the year, or is this surprising you?
I don't mean to go backwards, because if I do, you guys will probably report about me being fired from the state of Florida as a high school coach. Go look at the stats of any high school team I've ever coached. It's the way I've always done it. It's what I believe in. I believe in balance. I don't believe in, when we were good last year, you know, I really enjoy, for whatever reason, I had to drive in from Kansas City, and I put one of those great radio stations on, and I was listening to all the great things that are said there, and they were talking about Kansas's basketball team. And they're talking about how it's kind of come because they're so young and they got so much inexperience. I didn't hear a single person ever say that about our basketball team last year. Everything was we weren't good enough. Oh, they're falling flat on their face. And, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And we had 7 freshmen last year, and they grew. And now the guys that are sophomores this year, we're starting to see that growth kind of start to take place. And if you look at the history of me, where I was in charge of a basketball program, you can go back and find it. My second to last high school basketball team had 12 Division I players on the roster. We had 11 guys average double-digit minutes. Only had 2 guys average double-digit points. But there were a whole bunch of other guys averaging right around 8, 9 points a game. It's just kind of the way I've always done it.
How beneficial was the 10-day break just to kind of let guys rest up and get fresh?
I don't want to say I took a chance. Family's real important to me. These kids made a decision to come play for us here and have laid it on the line for us in our 2.5 years here. And we've had them here since August. And it's hard where the guys from Florida or Puerto Rico or D.C., it's easier for Jacob. But the other guys, it's hard for them to commute home after class on Friday. If they can figure it out, they get home at midnight, Friday night, they've got all day Saturday, and then they've got meeting responsibilities for academic reasons that we put together Sundays, late afternoon sometime, and it's hard for them to relax and get home, so they just don't do it. It's not worth spending the little money they got to go home for 24 hours. And so it's something that we thought about doing. We put our schedule together, and if we keep playing like we did in the first half today, it might be something we look to do as often as we can. Maybe take a week off in the middle of Big 12 play.
In the first half, when your outside shots were falling, sometimes a team will just start firing up. It looked like your team was very patient and not just firing up three-pointers. Were you pleased with the patience they showed?
That's why I'm so happy with our team. We played Kentucky early in the year. We made, I think, our first 3 of the game, and then we got trigger happy. And then didn't let our offense run, didn't utilize the interior, the rim area, whether it be through post-ups, through drives, through cuts. And we're starting, I think, for whatever that's worth, I think we're starting to understand that better. And I kept reminding the team during the first half, I said, we're making wide open shots because we're moving the ball, and they're so concerned with the interior right now that we're taking good shots. Let's not fall in love with the 3. And our players' credit, they go out and they're listening, and we take good shots. I think we've got a chance to make them.
Coach, tomorrow night we hit a new year once again. As far as 2009 season is concerned for K-State basketball, any New Year's resolutions?
Tell Blake Griffin to stay home on the 10th. I don't know. There's certain times a year where us coaches, we just don't understand the holiday season because we're so wrapped up in like he said, my 3rd year at Northeastern, I was a loudmouth assistant, as you guys that covered it when I was an assistant here understand. And we were at practice, and we were having a bad practice, and I made the suggestion to my boss at the time. I said, Ron, heck with this. We're so bad, let's practice them at midnight, ruin their New Year's Eve. He said, that's a great idea. And I said, I was just joking. I was trying to motivate him. But threw everybody out. We practiced at midnight just to piss the players off for being so bad in practice that night. And ended up ruining my 31st. So it's, I don't know. It's, I just want our guys, health, which is the most important part when you go through a season, and then, you know, for our guys to just continue to grow. That's what's important. You know, I tried to say it last year, but nobody wanted to hear me say it. We're trying to build something here for the long haul. It's not just winning because Mike Beasley played at K-State. We're trying to win because of what we do and continue to build. And I just want to continue to see that growth.
Do you have a fun 31st plan this year since you're not having practice in the night?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun since I don't drink anymore, so I can't sip on champagne. And I got to sit and watch old Blake Griffin on tape. That's, you know, I don't know how the heck you guard that guy. I understand what people used to deal with watching Mike on tape last year. I'm kind of struggling with that one right now, but we'll figure it out. You know, it's 31st. Let's just say this. Let's hope we practice well early that day so I don't come up with that great idea of practicing at midnight again.
Have you told the players that story?
No. I try to, like, not even bring that one up too often, because it's, that was one of my, I guess my mouth gets me in trouble a whole lot. It definitely got myself in trouble that night.
All right, guys. Thanks, Coach.